Hello, Akaria, how are you doing? How are you guys doing? Just make sure we're live here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are back with more World of Warcraft cinematics. It's gonna be like the old days. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. We are continuing on the War Within today. Very exciting. Very, very excited to get back into this. The lore masters are back. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. How are you guys doing? As you can see, we got some very nice stuff here. Oh my goodness, what in the hype train? Whoa, Campfire Goth, thank you so much for the 10 community gift subs to the Philidari. The Philidari Order of Knights. Absolute legend. Absolute legend, Order of Knights. Let's get some swords in the chat for Campfire. Thank you so much. Campfire also organized this playlist for me tonight, so it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really perfect. And what's up, Akaria? So let's listen in for a second and why don't we, are we in reverb right now? Hold on. Do you guys hear reverb? Do you guys hear me at all? Okay, there we go. Welcome, friends, welcome. Okay. Why don't we set the mood a little bit? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Now it sounded right. Okay. Very good. Welcome one, welcome all. What's up, Night Fury? What's up, Whiskey? Hello. And there you go. We're back. Reverb still on. Thank you. Yeah, that was weird. My audio program crashed and it was just like forever on the reverb, but we're back, I think. Welcome back, guys. It's been a minute since I guess we played Warcraft recently. We played some Warcraft recently with you guys, which was very fun. But now, this is something a little bit different. This is getting back to how it all started, the cinematics. So we're gonna watch the playlist that Campfire made. We're actually on the one after this. I wanted to just watch this to kind of set the mood and get us back into it. I have ascended. I have ascended, and I think we're live on both platforms. Yeah, it looks good. But thank you all for being here. And it's gonna be a great time. Yeah, it's been a minute, man. World of Warcraft. It charges ever on. It marches ever on. What's up, BJ Honeycutt? And Death Stranding is kind of out right now. It's technically more out in a couple days. But I think if I was to get like the deluxe edition, I can actually play it early. So there's a chance I stream Death Stranding 2 tomorrow. So I'll let you guys know who are into that crowd as well. But it's great to see you, Honeycutt. Really looking forward to seeing your reactions to Darren DePaul. Yeah, man. So Gallywix, he's a big goblin guy, right? If my mind is set. Oh my goodness, Whiskey and Jesus meant to donate this the other day when you were finishing Expedition 33. Congrats on getting done with the game. I forgive you for choosing them out. Thank you so much, Whiskey. That's incredible. The 33, Expedition 33. Hey, thank you so much for the Expedition 33 USD. It means the world. I had so much fun with the game, and I mean, we covered both endings. You know, I actually could not believe the meltdown in chat after I chose the Mile ending first. It was actually insane. Even though I was like, yeah, we're covering both, but I'm gonna choose this. Also, I will say, without spoiling those who didn't see it, I'll speak vaguely. The developers in an interview actually corrected someone. The interviewer was like, yeah, that's the bad ending, obviously. And the developers were like, no, you didn't understand it at all. It's about an artist's relationship with their art, which is what I said on the stream. You sons of guns. So I'm coming for you, chat. I'm coming for you. But anyway, I had so much fun doing it. Thank you so much for the 33. I love both endings. Yeah, in very different ways. And I can't wait. I haven't played. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. Midnight announcement at Gamescom in August. Amazing. We'll get a full OG WoW cinematic coming. Oh, really? Oh, you mean a real cinematic? August 20th? Okay, that's great. That's going to be so fun. You know we're going to cover it, man. You know we're going to cover it. Worked earlier. Excited for Death Stranding 2. Yeah, I know Jasmine was one of the ones that watched like the entire thing I think on this stream, right? So I'm very honored. We'll keep the show going for you, Jasmine. It's not a good or bad ending. Yeah, exactly, Whiskey. That's why I love both endings. Like, there's really a lot of depth to it, and they actually added in one. And again, I'm gonna speak vaguely, not to spoil it for people. Whiskey. What I loved about even both endings is right before you had to make the choice, they said, he's like, I know you lied to him when you said that. I know you ain't leaving. And it was that one line that made it incredibly difficult to choose. Incredibly difficult to choose. So yeah, I thought that was amazing. Amazing. What's up, Billion? How we doing? Yame! What is going on? First I'm playing Kazan. Another game with Ben Starr. Our dear Ben Starr. He's in a lot of stuff these days. He's in anything that's good, essentially. If he's in it, you play it. Though I haven't played Kazan. I played the game through you. Yeah, you know what? I'm honored. I'm honored. And you get it with the insane Philippisms that happen on stream. The gameplay choices is what I'm saying. Playing like a lunatic. But yes, what's up, Fellmaster? Oh, I'm seeing more Warcraft names in the chat. Yeah, guys, it's gonna be fun to get back to Warcraft. Ben is why I got Expedition 33. Well, and then they're very wise for casting him, because I'm sure a lot of people did the same thing. But yes, I'm quite excited. We're going to cover these. There's not too many campfire. What is there, like maybe around 10, something like that? 10, 15 at the most tonight. So, you know, it's not going to, and they're not super long, but it's going to be really fun to catch up on Warcraft story. And it sounds like for August, we're going to be ready for that new Warcraft, like proper cinematic to drop, which I can't wait for. I got all the achievements for Claire Obscure, and I'm tempted to start New Game Plus. Yeah, man, I'm considering doing the Simon stream. I know I talked about it, but with Death Stranding, it's gonna be tight. We'll see. We'll see. I also think, like, the Simon battle, it's gonna be tough on stream because it's gonna take extreme concentration to learn the like 50 combo moves that he does. Crate Fu. I need Crate Fu against Simon in Claire Obscure. Fun fact, a few of the people in these cutscenes are from an island named Kazan. I like that. I like it. Super long, but a handful of solid cutscenes for your breakdown. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch it and break it down, as always. It's gonna be great. Thanks for putting it together. Simon was tough. You know, Simon for me might actually be, he might be a story mode playthrough. Honestly, I don't think it'll even save me on story mode. That's the crazy thing. I think he'll still kill me. But just a sort of peace of mind that I chose story mode. And then I can blame it on that. Say, the game, I cheesed Simon with the one-shot Mael build. You actually did? Man, I really should cheese him. But I think it's really fun to learn those combos. I gotta get that Clea journal, because apparently that's all you guys go on. The Clea obsessed people on the stream. And I'm just like, what? I almost one-shot him with the Mael ability. Well, dang, that's the only way to beat him as far as I'm standing. Unless I learned for like 5 hours his combos. I tried Simon before I finished my playthrough, got to phase 2 and got floored. Oh man. No, I can't imagine, because I saw like one move or two from phase 2. It's gotta be brutal. It's gotta be real brutal. But I can't wait, man. I'm really curious what those developers do next. But anyways, let's focus on Warcraft for now. This is going to be a bit of a shorter stream too, because they're shorter cinematics. There's not a million to cover. Like, what, back in the day we cover what, chat, like 80 cinematics in one stream or something insane like that. What if we were doing for the previous expansions? I was like, whoa. I bet Phil will do a live reaction to Midnight Reveal in August. That's not a bad idea. We'll see, Fellmaster. I get a little busy in August, but it's definitely possible. Yeah. The elusive Clea journal and find out, is it just her talking about... Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's why they like... Yeah, exactly, Jasmine. Midnight Reveals in August. Okay, awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, the time has come. I'm gonna lower our lovely Warcraft tunes here. And we're gonna get into something a little bit more cinematic. But I'm excited. Let's watch this one. Let's get a little in the mood. It's only a minute long to kind of warm us up in the Warcraft universe. It's good to be back. The legend. The legend. So good to see him on screen again. Thought he was gonna be out. Great voice actor. That means the world, Jeff. Thank you so much. Make sure to check out the voice acting I've done with Aaliyah. Jaina is so awesome. She's so broken. What made me find you? That's amazing, Whiskey. I'm very honored that you stuck around. Ah, such a beautiful image. I really like this one. And they all do it together. There's like a community aspect. Awesome. You know, I actually like that they don't say anything. Watch them say something over the end. I actually really like that they don't say anything. There's a really somber feel to it. And there's this, I just had this idea that was awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. But yeah, this is great. This was sort of the bookend to what happened before. And I really like the fact that he came back is just so like, I mean, Khadgar is like, we talked about it before. That's why I was shocked. I was actually like, I want to be shocked if he's dying because he seems to be such a staple. I mean, he's like Jaina, you know, he's like that type of character in Warcraft. And it seemed very surprising because these characters are not only from the game, they're from the universe. It's Dadgar, yeah. They're from the universe, more like Chadgar. Of several, like pretty much every Warcraft. I think you could argue that these characters were not present in Warcraft 1, though some of them might have existed on the timeline. They weren't really in the story, whatever story that existed at that point. Warcraft 2 is when there's a lot of events that involve these guys, right? Like Jaina's dad and stuff. But it would have been pretty drastic if they got rid of him like that. It would have been pretty awesome. And that's why I was like, wow, they are pretty much trying to make her like the next Sephiroth by doing this, because wow, to take out a character of that magnitude so quickly, I think is the word I'm looking for. Like just completely annihilated. I was like, that's crazy. They're really selling Xal'atath in that way. So anyways, it's really good to see him back. But I like that there was a cost, you know. I like that he has this magic wheelchair, which is kind of interesting. The fact that you can do all these feats. Yeah, why not have a magic wheelchair? They decided they would never rebuild Dalaran, but the Kirin Tor would instead travel the world, helping the world. Oh, that makes sense, actually, yeah. And I assume they were looking up to where Dalaran used to be. Yeah, he's my comfort character. Man, I totally get that. I do. Hey, it's Aaliyah. How you doing? How you doing, girl? Very grounded character-wise. Yeah, you know what? It's two things, Campfire. I think this proves, on the one hand, how important vocal tone is. I think extremely important. That's why this is one of the reasons I love the voice so much, and the sort of what you can do with it is just the voice alone not only tells you about his character, but it soothes you, it relaxes you. It has a whole texture to it that is like completely separate of the character design and everything like that. So, you know, coupled with the drawings that they've done and the renders, it really brings it to life in a great way. So I think they absolutely nailed it. The queen has arrived. I was about ready to quit WoW if Khadgar really? Mid-teens? Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. I mean, he's just a staple of the story. Like, and honestly, when a character's been in it that long, I don't want to say it's weird to kill him off, but it might raise a couple of eyebrows, because it's like, well, why didn't you just do it earlier if you were going to, you know, because he's been in it so long. And it's not a story like, you know, for example, like Gandalf. Gandalf you may know from The Hobbit, but as far as Lord of the Rings is concerned, I mean, you know, he's in it a fair amount, but essentially the half of the first book, around half, and then he goes away. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense, because he's kind of serving the function as the guidance and the father figure and everything. So in this case, dude, it would be like if Gandalf was around for like 30 books or something, and then suddenly they're like, now he got blown up. It'd be quite strange. Yeah. What is on the menu for Cafe Aaliyah tonight? You have to ask her. Yeah, what's going on here? I just had a little bit of a protein series myself that I made, working on shredding. I did sprints today, let me tell you. But I really like this scene. It was very well done. I like that it's just using the visuals, and it's a beautiful imagery. And it's cool to see all these characters together. Like, you'll rarely, like, your player character is oftentimes running around to different events and stuff. It's so funny to say now that I've played the game, your character kind of runs around a lot and is interacting with different characters in their environments. But it's kind of nice to see everybody in a scene like this. You know, it happens on the big moments, but I still tell you, that I think Warcraft, when they were at the height of like kind of Battle for Azeroth, I think they should have just got all these characters in a room, super high drama scenes, high stakes, make it just like this seminal Warcraft story. And they may yet do that. I think they may yet do that with Chris coming back to the team. But I think this is a good start. This is a good sign. That's what I would have done. But anyway, here we go. We're moving on to the next one. I think it should just autoplay into it. So let's get into new content and hopefully hear Darren DePaul. Spoilers, Undermine, in-game cinematic, boardroom. All right, here we go. I'm going to turn off subtitles unless we need them. Ooh.
Undermine deserves better. Gallywix has got to go. Who's with me?
I like that voice. Who's with me? Oh my goodness.
All right. I'm busy. Meaning, if I'm here with you, something more lucrative isn't being done.
He's such a great voice actor, Darren.
So,
Darren DePaul.
What is it you want?
Barely tell it's him.
I'll tell you what we want, Gallywix. We've had enough of your meddling. And you as boss. We want a new deal.
Hear that, Ugg? A new deal. And you all feel the same way, huh? You, Revelgaz? Nikki? Noggin Fogger?
Watch your language.
Marran.
No? So really, it's just you.
Oh boy.
Laszlo Overbite. Just a little guy from my former operation a long time ago. Gaslow put you up to this. That dirty, stinking rat! I'd ask you to stick around, but we got real business. You understand? Ugh. Show our guest out.
Ah. Wow, he actually destroyed him. This is great. So, I really like this scene. It's just this like really cool intro to this character. It's really look into this character. And Darren DePaul brings him to life so nicely with the voice. Like we were just talking about the sort of voice texture and how important it is for character, even beyond the drawing and the rendering of the character. It's such an important aspect of characterization. Darren DePaul is no novice. He's incredible. He's a theater actor. He's played a lot of villains in the past. I interviewed him and he was talking about how when he would play villains in theater, he would often say that the villain is the hero of their own story. And you can see that here. This character is very fun. He's very big and grandiose in the way he does delivery and everything. But he keeps a little bit of fun into it. Like a little bit of humor is still, there's a remnant of humor in this, in the way that this whole scene is set up. They all have ridiculous names, Gallywix and everything. It's so fun. His outfit's crazy. And I love how they're kind of showing the culture of his people, where it's like, almost like steampunk look, which is really fun. It actually reminds me of League of Legends in this sense. And it's really good. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of it. He improvises a lot of his really. So
but we got real business.
I totally believe it. I love the presentation. I also love this.
Undermine deserves better.
What a great character intro to have him walk into the frame and then kind of subsume the portrait of himself. But you'll notice there's one big difference here. Is the portrait is smiling and really kind of has this like seedy look on his face. But then the character here is hearing this sort of insurrection taking place in the other room. And he's like, oh, I'm going to put this out. I'm going to put this down right now. And you can tell he's a person who shows a smile, but he's got a lot of sort of darkness that he uses behind that mask of entertainment and laughs and jokes and everything. So what's up, Alejandra? So yeah. It's crazy. Also, that intro is awesome because in this case, he has his muscle kind of do the talking with him, and you instantly feel a shift in the room when he hears the people trying to rise up against him. Oh boy, that changed real quick when he walks in. He's just chilling. He's got a cool little outfit on. He doesn't do the fighting. He's not in shape himself, but he's got this monster of a guy to fight for him. And everybody's reaction right there, this kind of like, oh, they look down in shame. And I really like how they animate the characters' faces in this scene.
All right. I'm busy. Meaning, if I'm here with you, something more lucrative isn't being done. So, what is it you want?
I'll tell you what we want, Gallywix. We've had enough of your meddling. And you as boss. We want a new deal.
Do you see that? Did you see that little detail? We want a new deal. And then the bodyguard steps up and he's like, huh. Instantly is sort of questioning it. He's a hobgoblin? Yeah, I'll do the intro in a second.
Hear that, Ugg? A new deal. And you all
In the way he says it, a new deal.
feel the same way, huh? You revel.
But so smart. Do you see how smart he is? He brings in the muscle. Y'all feel the same way. It's so sad. Like you feel the same way, right? And then it's like, is he threatening me?
Guys,
All right.
Nikki, Noggin,
Nikki doesn't seem to carry the way. He's just a psycho. So, okay.
Fogger.
No. Marran.
See? And now the shame, the body language. Sorry, you didn't want to get blown up by that hobgoblin. You know, so
No.
it's great.
So really, it's just you.
And right there, I mean, come on. It's just you.
Bite. Just a little guy from my former operation.
And then there it is, the sort of drop of the facade, the drop of the
A
smile.
long time ago.
The fun character.
Gaslow put you up to this. That dirty, stinking rat.
Wow. We know it's
I'd
going
ask you to stick around, but we got real business. You understand? Ugh. Show our guest out.
He's got a gun. That's the crazy thing. That's crazy. He just like disintegrates him. This is a great shot here. The sort of aftermath of it. I really like that. And it shows that hopefully this character is going to be, Ugg is going to be a villain. He's going to be in it. And now we know his tools of the trade, right? So that's going to be really fun to fight him. I like that.
Meeting adjourned.
Oh,
I see you are already making good use of the black blood.
two villains meet.
Xal'atath, nice to see you. What brings you here?
Oh,
It has been some time.
she's alive.
Is everything proceeding as planned?
The repairs have been more challenging than expected. The costs alone.
Oh,
Are irrelevant.
oh, she's so cool.
Of course. I just need more time.
Man, he's so great. He's so great with now the fear and everything is a whole different tone to his voice.
Do not disappoint me.
Also, I love this. Did you notice that he tries the whole like kind of suck up sort of like car salesman type, you know? It doesn't work on her, right? It does not work on Xal'atath. She's so powerful. She doesn't need money. She doesn't need whatever business stuff he's doing. She doesn't need him at all. She could wipe him out right on the spot. So I love that he kind of like tries that. It just is completely ineffective. And she's like, do it or die.
Disappoint me.
Don't you worry. I won't.
A great scene, man. And I love the sort of power scaling of the villains. I think it's so well done because we start out with him being quite a threatening guy with some pretty crazy weapons, which the lore masters will have to help me with this. I assume what she's talking about with the blood is that weapon that Ugg used. Could be wrong. They really emphasized it, but it looked red as well. So it could very well be that she supplied him with some pretty powerful stuff for his muscle. But I love that the moment that's over, it's like, I'm unstoppable. She shows up and it's great because if you had just seen this and you had no idea what's up, if this was like an episode of a show and you walked in, you're like, oh, whoever she is, she's she's the real threat, right? She's the most powerful. So I think that's fantastic.
As planned.
The repairs have been
Yeah.
more challenging than expected.
The weapons are fueled by the blood. Okay. I love that. And I just want to see this intro when she shows up again.
Meeting adjourned.
That's awesome. Also, she's just really imposing in the same way that Ugg was. So we've gone full circle now, right? In the way that Ugg from the other guys, she frightens him. So we have body language and just character blocking and kind of sizing, both literally and figuratively here, really effectively showing us the sort of situation, the dynamic here. Xal'atath taught Gallywix how to harness the black. Yep. After Illyria broke it. I see. He's using it to arm his henchmen. Oh, I see. So she was kind of scolding him like, oh, that's what you're doing with it?
See, you are already making good use of the black blood.
I love that delivery. That was awesome. I want to see that one more time. Let's listen.
I see you are already making good use of the black blood.
And the animation is so well done for this. The black blood. There's a little bit of sarcasm in her voice. And it's like, oh, I messed up. Yeah, this was not the move. She is not someone to be trifled with, and certainly not someone to be deceived. So I love it. And then of course he instantly goes to suck up mode because he knows that he's gonna die if he doesn't. So I think it's fantastic. And I love that in this way they've maintained a sort of presence of Xal'atath, even though she suffered a bit of a defeat at Illyria's hands. She got checked a little bit. She lost one of her tools. I like that they still make her very imposing, very scary, which is hard with villains. You know, you gotta be careful as you kind of have the heroes always defeat them. They can kind of lose a little bit of that presence, right? A little bit of that threat. So I think it's really good. And yeah, fantastic. Supposed to be fixing the dark heart, and he ain't doing that. He's doing other things. So anyways, I love it. That's a fantastic scene, and we're gonna move on. But before I do that, I want to do my YouTube intro. What should I call this? Undermine? Pretty much Undermine cinematics, chat? What do you think? Undermined? Okay. Yeah, I'll just do this. That's a really clever name. Today, I'm watching and breaking down the cinematic language of World of Warcraft, The War Within, Undermined cinematics from the new patch. It's going to be really fun. We're going to hop in and watch them all through. If you enjoy our time together, make sure to check out my playlist of my entire World of Warcraft cinematic breakdown. I've watched every single cutscene in World of Warcraft, and I've played The War Within with my community, the Philidari, so make sure to check it out and join our Discord if you want to join us in the game. All right, great. Man, that was a good intro. Undermine. That's a really fun, like, casino type visual too. Even with the logo, they very much cooked with this. All right, let's go on to the next one. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this as one video, do something a little bit different. So we'll see. All right.
Begin the weapon test.
That's a good voice. That's the
It worked.
the blood.
The Kajamite contains and stabilizes the black blood.
So we can tell Gallywix this'll fix the dark heart?
Yep. And all of his improved weapons designs, too.
Wow.
Great news. Hey, boys! No witnesses.
What?
Wait, no!
What? No witnesses. So that was a really short one, but I liked it. It's exposition and it's exposition through action. I really like this scene actually. It's quick, it's to the point, but it shows that they are continuing down this path of messing with the blood in a way that is sort of breaking the rules of Xal'atath, which is really cool. They have great chemistry. Oh, absolutely. Campfire. They have great chemistry, yeah. Because one is, they're two very different types of villains, right? One is this kind of seedy, like, deceiver guy, but, you know, he's got that humor. He's got that kind of, like I said, that sort of car salesman, like, kind of tongue-in-cheek. And then you have Xal'atath, who's also a deceiver, but a much more sophisticated, you know, sort of like Sephiroth vibe to it, which we love. That is very good. So yeah, this is fantastic. I really like the couple of scenes that we've seen. This is exposition. It's showing that they are kind of experimenting And
So we can tell
the voices, man. I feel like I'd have a lot of fun doing some of these voices.
Might contains and stabilizes the black blood.
Cool. And it's exposition for the audience about how it works and the world building, which I love. I think it's great. Yeah.
this is.
Wait, no!
Yeah. And they're also showing just how brutal the tactics of Gallywix are. And it's interesting because, man, Xal'atath, you know what? Like, it's hard to put into words, but I feel like Xal'atath almost has a twisted sense of honor, quote unquote. Like, for example, she fought Khadgar. She really didn't have to fight him. That's the interesting thing that I like about her. And obviously, you're going to say plot, like you want cool stuff to happen, but think about her motivations and stuff. Like, she really didn't have to be there in that room at that time. The fact that she kind of offered him a duel, spoke to him. Xal'atath, I presume, like this is a kind of introduction, is very formal. I feel like he's just going to blast you, you know, in an alley somewhere, or have Ugg blast you in an alley somewhere. So it's an interesting distinction that, and he's also kind of going behind her back in this way. So it's cool, right? And in that same sort of vein, they are opposites. So yeah, it's weird. But anyway.
You're too late, Gazlo, buddy. You'll never beat me to a good deal.
Nope.
Gallywix!
Uh-oh. Oh. That's the darker. Oh, yep. Yep. Yeah, we're
I
gonna.
was just about to send that on to Xal'atath.
Sure you were.
Repair work's all finished. Not holding out or nothing. I swear.
Huh. I like how this creature doesn't even speak. They're just like, yeah, we're taking that back now. You screwed up too much. They're called cartels. Wow.
Whatever Xal'atath promised you, Gallywix, it ain't worth it.
Get it right.
Oh.
I'll remember this. This is my town. And when I come back, I'm gonna bury you under it.
Wow. I really like that. This is a little hint of saxophone too in the theme there. That was awesome. That was really good. This theme's from what she is. Yeah, man, I really like that about her. I think that's for me is a part of a good villain is like you want to respect them on some level, even if you can't relate to them. You kind of want to respect the decision. Well, not that all decisions they make, but kind of where they come from. You want to understand it, even if you don't respect it or kind of make any sense of it because they're psychopaths. A lot of villains, like, you know, it has to make sense. And in this case, I think Xal'atath is cool in that way. You know, she has a code. It's a very different code than him, which seems to be like, yeah, I think Campfire just said it. Was it Campfire or Akaria said nothing is too low for Gallywix. Yeah, nothing is too low. And you can see that transpiring here. But what I love in this scene, my favorite part of it was actually this part.
Nothing. I swear.
Again, CD. Yeah, I was just going to send that over. Don't worry about it. Then when he's alone with these kind of weaker people where he can be the bully again, look how he instantly switches back to being the bully.
Whatever Xal'atath promised you, Gallywix,
Listen to him now.
it ain't worth
He gets really angry.
I'll remember this. This is my town. And when I come back, I'm gonna bury you under it.
It just shows the insane range of Darren DePaul. The way he said, "Oh, remember," like the growl, the low growl of his voice. It's incredible vocal work, but also great character work. And you can see again that facade is dropped, and he's just angry. It's beautiful to see. Man, I will say these scenes are short, but they're really good. They're really well made. The music is good. Yes. I like that little jazz, that little bit of a saxophone in there was actually really cool. And I wanted to comment on the lighting earlier too. There's a lot of kind of cool greens being used in the lighting, which I like. The mummy creature is called an ethereal. I remember that, I think. One of my favorite races, a story that's so tragic, it's interesting, amazing. I gotta say the animators are killing it too. It's just like a laser on his face. They're really killing it with the expressions. I was gonna say it's
Take
like
the shot.
Oh no! What the?
Catch on the flip side, Gazzy.
No! No.
Renzik!
You got some loyal people.
No. No.
That's so sad.
Kill them all!
Nikki the Fixer.
Triple hazard pay for whoever brings me Gaslow's head!
Oh, that's a great scene, man. I really like how they built up the tension. See, this is what's cool about this is you'll have, you know, not main character models being on the screen. This is an entire scene that is not like main character models or like super high polygon like Jaina models. And it's still really well done. The animation's still great. We have the tension of switching perspective between the sniper and the target.
Take the shot.
And wow, he went crazier than I thought he was. Also, I love this character. Nikki the Fixer is such a funny name. It's a very Guy Ritchie name. And I love this.
Catch on the flip side, Gazzy.
I wasn't even sure that she spoke like language. It just sounded like she was insane, was laughing. I can't remember if she was in earlier scenes. I don't know if I recognize her. You guys have to remind me. Underground, the city, Undermine, the underground city of the goblins. That makes sense. Yeah, but I really like this. And this is so cool because I don't know this guy too well. She was at the boardroom scene. No. I mean, like before this chunk of videos. Like I know she was the one who was just laughing maniacally, but I'm like, have we seen her before this patch? That's what I was trying to figure out. But anyway, I love this because we have Gallywix who treats his employees really poorly. And then we have this guy who his employees jump to defend him, or his friends jump to defend him and die. Also,
Renzik!
really cool world building here.
Oh, no. No.
He took the shot, and then there's that little moment before he fades away, which is nice. Just a small moment for the scene, because he had in the last scene just completely deleted him from the chair.
No.
That's sad, man.
Kill them all! Triple ha-
I really like these shots too. There's like the citizens. The cackling lady was yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I was wondering if I would seen her in the old ones, but I like when I saw her in the last scene, I was like, I think it'd be really fun if this character doesn't say anything, they just laugh. So it was kind of funny to be like, because I like how he asked her a question and she just cracks up laughing. I was like, what? Took over Gallywix, old cartel. Okay. Through his lotting with Sylvanas? Of course, that makes sense. Yep. That makes sense. Yeah, I remember the scene when Sylvanas became leader, and that was
hazard pay for whoever brings me Gaslow's head.
I think that was the player character there. But yeah, great stuff. It's interesting how pretty much in every scene Gallywix is in it. Very well done. This was a casino.
It seems your time has run out, Gallywix.
Oh no.
Xal'atath, you got here just in time. There.
Where is the Dark Heart?
Her people took it.
What? What do you mean? I handed it over to your ethereal pal.
You gave it to the Ethereals?
Oh.
He wasn't working for you? I didn't know. I swear.
He actually didn't.
Hey, we can still fix this.
Ay.
Just help me stomp this rebellion.
You have outlived your usefulness.
Oh no. Yep, that
I
rebellion.
will enjoy watching them tear you apart.
I don't need you.
Oh,
I don't need anyone.
I love that delivery.
You hear me? Each and every one of you upstarts is gonna pay in blood.
Dude, Darren DePaul is killing it, man. The raid is a casino. That's so fun. Oh man, that was a great scene. See, that's what I mean. Like Xal'atath has this sort of code. She told him, "Do not fail me." Essentially, paraphrase: "Do not fail me." It was a threat. It was a very threatening sentence. And then this is the examples that I'll enjoy watching them tear you apart. Also, he literally gave away like the whole thing that he was supposed to do to the enemy, which is crazy. What's up, adventurer? Is a casino. The paladin was a player. That's what I thought. Yeah, the raid we've been running lately is a casino. That's so fun. But no, I mean, you have to shout out his range in this scene. Again, I didn't know the groveling.
Hey, we can still fix this.
And again, we talked about the body language before, and also the sort of difference in the character's stature. And you know, he's the big guy. He's the bully in the other scenes, and now she is just this constant reminder that there's a higher power. But I love this moment right here. Actually,
just help me stomp this rebellion.
You have outlived your usefulness.
it actually made me root for him. This line right here, I really like it.
But I will enjoy watching them tear you apart.
This part.
I don't need you.
That delivery, man, it actually gave me chills. He's like talking to himself. That's what I got from him. He's telling himself that, like, I don't need anybody. I'm Gallywix. I can do this. It's kind of reassuring. It's cool, man.
I don't need anyone. You hear me? Each and every one of you upstarts is gonna pay in blood.
And then he's got it back. He's got his yeah, exactly. He's trying to convince himself. He's got his fire back now in blood. And there's that moment. I don't need you. There's a little bit of shake in his voice, and it's like, whoa. I thought that was really good. There's really good depth. The calm, straight posture of Xal'atath. Yes, this shot. Where did he go? Where you see them both for actually one of the only shots in both full frame here. Yeah, full shot. His crumbling and groveling. Yeah, totally. Also, look at the body language. He has like kind of a liar's look at. He's like doing anything in this shot, but look at her, and then she's just completely confident, locked in on the stance, just like, you know what I mean, unmoving. I thought that was awesome.
Outlived your usefulness.
Yeah, she's so threatening.
But I will enjoy watching them tear you apart.
Amazing.
I don't need you.
That might be my favorite line so far in the whole dang thing. I don't need you. Wow.
In blood.
Amazing scene. Yeah, man, these aren't that long, but they're all really good. I half expected they'd just kind of be like, you know, some of the ones in the past have been like literally one shot and it's just like some talking and then it ends. These are great, man. These are great. I think they're really pouring some budget into these in a way that they don't sometimes do for like kind of the, not that it's not important, but kind of in between of the hugely epic. Like I said, the scenes with like Khadgar, Jaina, and those guys tend to get sometimes a little bit more polished, which is totally understandable. These are fantastic. Yeah. So let's watch this next one. Check it out. Oh yeah, he got him like a Gundam. I like how he's fighting. I love this already. So he's clearly losing a fight. Jumped into like some Gundam mechanism, whatever. It's so ingrained in him to like punish with violence people who fail him, or you know, people who are under him, that he gets out of the thing in the middle of the fight. This is the player character here in the middle of the fight, starts like abusing this mechanism, even though it can't even feel anything, because he's just that's just so ingrained into his system to kind of like abuse his power in that way. It's crazy.
Hey, hold on! It's not over till I say it's over.
Yep.
And I always win.
Yep.
Look out! Huh? Ah!
Yep. That'll do it.
Well, let's get out of here.
I actually really like that. It's so cool because I didn't know that was going to happen, but I really like it because it's like, what a great sort of end to him, that he goes out with that like sort of toxic pattern that he just always falls back to. I think that's so fun. I saw this today. Oh, there you go. TG Battle for Azeroth budget again. Yeah, dude, Yare, the Battle for Azeroth. I still think it's like it's probably my favorite kind of like overall vibe. What they were going for, this kind of like Iliadic vibe, because it was just the clashing of everything, you know. And it's called like Warcraft, the game, and like when I was little, it was like orcs versus humans, Warcraft, and it just felt like that in such an awesome way, in such a large scale. Yeah, exactly. Jasmine literally dies out of his own hand. Like, he could have just walked away. He starts kicking the thing and smacking it, and it actually wobbles the mechanism, then it falls at him. I thought that was really great. I want to hear his last line again too. Let's see.
Win!
Oh, sorry.
I say it's not over till I say it's over. And I always win! Look out! Huh? Ah!
I love that. I always win. He's declaring victory, even though he's literally lost. He should be surrendering. His opponents are trying to save him, and he's so, sort of like drunk on his own sauce, whatever you want to say, that he just doesn't even realize that they're trying to warn him that it's going to fall on him, and then it destroys him. Right? It's fantastic. It says so much. His last words were, "I always win." Yeah, exactly. The ego is on blast. Classic hubris. Yeah, it's classic hubris. I really like it. And man, it's so interesting because, the amount of scenes that he had are not an extreme amount, but he really brought the character to life, and like so much depth and layer to this character in a few scenes. Like literally, what was that, like 5 scenes or something? Incredible. That is a sign of a good performer. Darren DePaul does it yet again. I'll be surprised. Amazing. All right, next up we have Undermine Epilogue Cinematic. Oh, this is pre-rendered, I think. Oh yeah, looks great. I love the music.
The truth is, I never thought that much of Undermine.
Okay, I just gotta say, I love this kind of like noir feeling with the the distorted piano. And the thing is, I never thought of the end. Like, what in the world? It's such a fun vibe. And something I like about this in general is the architecture of World of Warcraft above the ground. It has a very distinct feeling, whether it's Horde, whether it's Alliance. And I love this. I love this mix of kind of new, modernized, a little bit modernized with the casino feeling, but it still retains that sort of architectural identity that has been established in Warcraft, and I think in a really fun way.
The dirty dealings, the mob.
We've had antagonists who were very gray in the morality and actions. Justification, not for Gallywix. Yeah, not for this guy. I love it. Pure greed, self-centeredness is where there was no blurring the lines. Yeah, and I think that's why I found that one scene so interesting. We can inform why he reacted to Xal'atath in the way he did from his last words. He said, "I always win." Right? When Xal'atath showed him, "You're not going to win. Like, I could destroy you. I'm not even going to kill you. I'm just going to leave." And then he says, "I don't need you." But it's this weird sort of moment where I feel like he knows it's over in that moment. I'll enjoy watching them tear you apart. He knows what that means. He knows he's outnumbered. He knows he can't beat it. He's made a lot of enemies. He's made a lot of enemies over his life from his actions. But I love that. His last words inform exactly kind of like what led him there in the previous scenes. I think that's really smart. What's up, Spencer? How you doing, man? How you doing? Say, let's check this out.
The rough streets, the dirty dealings, the mob bosses squeezing everyone for their last copper.
Squeezing everyone. Spencer, do you remember Darren DePaul from Final Fantasy 15? This was him in the previous scene. He's fantastic, right? Auden Izunia. So listen to his voice right here.
I didn't know. I swear.
I'm just showcasing the range. Like, isn't this cool?
Hey, we can still fix this. Just help me stomp this rebellion.
You have outlived your usefulness. But I will enjoy watching them tear you apart.
I don't need you. I don't need anyone. You hear me? Each and every one of you upstarts is gonna pay in blood.
Unbelievable, all right? Auden Izunia, and now this. So anyways, we'll skip. But like I said, his last line right here.
Look out! It's over. And I always win! Look out! Huh? Ah!
That's so fun. But like I said, that's the reason he had that moment of kind of like I don't know what the word is, like coming to his senses for a second and then instantly snapped back and said, no, we ain't doing this. So anyways, let's continue the epilogue.
The mob boss is squeezing everyone for their last copper coin.
Exactly, that little bit of tremble in his butt. I don't need you. It's like he doesn't believe it. He knows he's done. She's not going to help him fight the rebellion. She's the big bad. He's just this little guy who's scamming people, you know? Anyways, look at that.
And while Gallywix is gone for good, that's not what's gonna change this city.
Go take the portrait down.
It'll be the people who defy its reputation.
Yeah.
Stick around to fight for each other.
Oh, that's fun.
That's what Renzik did. And that's what we all gotta do to build a new tomorrow for Undermine.
Oh,
So-
that's fun.
Let's get to work.
So that's fantastic. As you can see, why did he do that? So at the beginning, we have Gallywix abusing his power in this big chair, trying to show everybody that he's better than them. You know, he's going to get the lion's share. They're just underlings, and he literally kills one of them at the table. But then there's this cool shot where they actually set it up so it looks like he's walking to the leader's chair now. It's like, oh, there's a new leader in town, right? And then he throws away the big chair, and he sits among his underlings, and he says, no, we're all equal now. I think that's a really fun
So,
gesture.
let's get to work.
Let's get to work. I'm walking in. That's Travis. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is where the Dark Heart went. Here we go. I love this aesthetic. Yep. And it is repaired. Oh, it is repaired. That's awesome. Heroic. Hey, you guys doing heroic? I love that campfire. That's a good voice.
Eternally pathetic. You are mere pestilence, parading as lords. This is not the end of the game, only the beginning.
Awesome.
And I have all eternity to play.
Oh. Xal'atath's true form? No way.
That was not all Xal'atath said.
What?
The tablet states she whispered in a voice only Nazoth could hear.
Oh, so this is okay. This is the old knife.
Consider
Yeah,
what greatness could be yours
I see.
if your
Yep.
siblings did not stand in your way.
Terrifying. Okay, I
The
figured.
offer stands. You need only reach out and claim it.
That's so cool, man. I like how just constantly manipulating people. Oh, and here we go. We're back with these characters and where Anduin was, if I believe, the River Anduin.
Is that?
Thoradin's Wall? Yes.
Then the stories and legends I read as a child were true.
Stories are just stories, Farron. And that wall is just a wall.
I know Arathi history is embellished enough.
I really like the expressions. I feel like the animators are on point with the in-game stuff this time. That's fantastic.
But are you not proud of your heritage?
Yes. But pride in our legends foments stomach superiority and reasons to strike at our neighbors.
I understand.
Oh, yeah.
Among my people, some still distrust outsiders. I had thought your people...
Going to Kaz Olgar was unpopular in Stromgarde. But the Sons of Lothar promote tolerance and mirth.
Lothar. Okay. Amazing.
We do not have the resources for a manhunt, Farron.
To rescue the Lord of Stromgarde?
Yeah, they're trying to...
I thought you were in charge here.
I want to say I'm really glad that they're keeping Farron in it. I thought she was a super interesting character and a new character for World of Warcraft. So it was nice to see someone like her in the story with her both her injury and like the shield and stuff. It was such a cool idea for a character. I really like it.
I think we can drop the charade now, Veronica.
You're behind this. The Red Dawn, Danath's disappearance.
Yes.
Is that is this the player? That's insane.
And now that my uncle is gone, I'm free to do what I wish. Footman!
Footman?
Stop this madness!
It's Cleophans.
You're all Arathi!
And I thought you were once. Now you'll suffer for not joining our cause.
Wow. This is super interesting. Trying to figure out like the different allegiances right here.
Footman!
The gnome player? Yeah. That was crazy.
Footman!
Let me see this.
Stop this madness! You're all Arathi!
And I thought you were once.
I really like this character design. It's interesting. With the glasses.
Once. Now you'll suffer for not joining our cause.
Just get bonked on the head with a hammer. Jeez. Alright, here we go. This is obviously next.
Danath fought to save all of Azeroth.
He sold us out so the Alliance and Horde could wage war in Kazalgar.
This is funny. This is a funny effect. They're actually just like static, and they're just like shaking the camera. That is a weird effect.
You'll never understand. For Erethdor!
Oh.
The Red Dawn will rise again.
No!
Whoa.
Do not make her a martyr.
Yeah. She wanted that.
Our history will read. Farron, true daughter of the Arathi.
What's up, hot dog?
Allowed Marran to live without her title and name.
Ah.
The Red Dawn vanished from the Highlands.
Music's amazing.
Forever.
This is not over.
Okay. This constantly sour look on her face. And then the gnome player walks over in this insane armor. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm really glad Farron's in here. And what's cool is Farron could easily be a character that they could have just like tethered to Anduin and been super attached to him and anything he's doing, but I'm glad they're kind of giving her like stuff to do, which makes me think she's probably going to be important in the story in some way. And I know a lot of people were shipping them too, so you never know. Danath was a hero in Warcraft too. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember they were saying she's a descendant of Lothar, right? The Red Dawn is a human super... Oh, okay. That makes sense. Because yeah, there's so many like orcs and stuff. A lot of resources, and his niece led a coup. Okay. She was defeated and united a number of defunct human factions. I see. That makes sense. Yeah, it was hard out of context, but I get it now. I still need to do those quests, but there's like 28 quests in the entire chain. Oh, I see, hot dog. Interesting. This is cool. I really like this one. Is that the end? That's the end. All right, let me back out here. Yeah, I mean, it's a good amount of scenes. I think I want to go back to my favorite one, which was... Oh, I want to see the first one, man. I want to see this one. The boardroom. This was fantastic.
What is it you want?
The interaction between these two, man, it's so good. It almost makes me want more.
Out.
Right here, almost makes me want more.
Meeting adjourned.
I see you are already making good use of the black blood.
Xal'atath.
I love it.
Nice to see you. What brings you here?
It has been some time. Is everything proceeding as planned?
So something else I want to talk about in this scene, so I came back to it, was the lighting. I really like in this scene right here. He's very imposing. He's very imposing. You kind of have this low boardroom lighting. It's kind of underground, and I guess both definitions, underground way. You know, he's running the show. When he walks in, there's a big presence as he walks in. They use the chair as well to kind of add to that. And of course, Ugg, his muscle behind him doing that. But what I like here is, we talked about the kind of body language shift when Xal'atath shows up. What I like is, then Ugg leaves. Closes him in, right? So now, all of a sudden, he is in a scary environment. Sort of alone in the dark.
Meeting adjourned.
And then all of a sudden, she has the scary lighting. And I think that's so fun with the purple. It's just like, it's more alien. And
You are already making good use of the black blood.
it's awesome.
Xal'atath, nice to see you. What brings you here?
It has been some time. Is everything proceeding as planned?
The repairs have been more challenging than expected. The costs alone
are irrelevant.
It's crazy because right there too, he was actually trying to get money out of her, which I think is so funny. She's like this ancient, force, terrifying force from the void, and he's still like, you got any money? You got any money though? I can probably scam her out of some money in this too.
Of course.
And I love how she uses the body language again to show that, like, I am not only beyond money, I don't care about it, and I could delete you right now.
I just need more time.
Do not disappoint me.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
I won't.
And they literally changed the lighting a little bit in the scene, but they put him facing the other direction, like Campfire was saying, blocking the light source. So now he's just kind of looking to the dark. When she leaves, even in the absence of that purple light, he's kind of just like obscured and left alone there. And all of a sudden he looks very small. Where I love that he was the bully just a couple seconds ago, and now he's just completely under her control. So yeah, it's awesome. You're not giving spoilers, but the Cho lore was nice, deeper view into her character. Oh, nice sarcasm. I like when she's gone, he's flipped. Yeah, exactly. It's like she's the only one that can kind of drive him back to his senses. But then in the scene where he got angry, and they're like, "Please, whatever she promised you, it's not worth it." He lost it, man. That was the most angry he got. So it's just interesting to see how like that was his downfall, his anger, his extreme, sort of abuse of those around him and everything. And yeah, just the need to always win at any cost. It's like, yep, you ain't winning this one, buddy. Ends up causing his own demise, which is cool. It was very fitting. Yeah, fantastic. This was great. I really like these. I'll probably upload these as like one video on the channel, sort of separately. Marran's coup, and look at that, we're at 43. So what's interesting here is that in the he's hooked too deep. Yeah, totally. He's too deep into his own like kind of house of cards, if you will. But what I like about this is we're about, I feel like Dragonflight had like 80 to 100. I could be misremembering this. I feel like it had over 100 maybe. But my point is, we're making some ground, man, into War Within. And I think, before long, we're getting this cinematic. And does anyone know what the cinematic is going to be like about? Or is it completely under wraps? Are they not saying anything? Because, man, all I hope is, it's like, man, give us a cinematic with like Jaina. We talked about this before, right? Like, I want to see Jaina in the art style of the War Within cinematic. I want to see all those characters. Let's see Khadgar, like hyper realistic. I think it'd be so fun. And I feel it would do a lot to kind of get characters excited. Like when the War Within trailer dropped, the first cinematic, it was hype. So literally the reason I saw it, I learned of it and covered the video and started this journey with the Philadari is I just saw the buzz around it and I was like, what is this? Oh, what is that? That's World of Warcraft? I remember like literally thinking that. So I'd love to see more Jaina. And yeah, as far as I know, we've not really seen anyone but Thrall and Anduin in that under wraps. Okay, in that art style, right? So it's super interesting. Midnight is the X-Pack that will be around the unification of the Elven tribes. That's gonna be good, man. That's gonna be really good. Just the sheer characters that they can evolve in that is very exciting. We don't know anything about the cinematic, but all we know is that it's very void focused, and we're returning Quel'Thalas, the Blood Elf, High Elf homeland. Amazing. Yeah, this was solid, man. I think just classic Xal'atath too, which is great. It's interesting. Somebody else said in chat earlier, it's like, man, her sort of pattern is that she's always discarding people when they're useless to her and stuff. And I think that's just the perfect way to sum up every interaction she has in this. Yeah, it's fantastic. Expect a lot of Gideon Emery. Oh man, we're getting all the voice acting goats. That's Balthier, man. Balthier from Final Fantasy 12, and Biggs from 7. He voices the leader of the Blood Elves. Yeah, he was in. I remember in some cutscenes. We really enjoyed his work here. But yeah, what do you guys think? I'm curious. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. We'll chat for a second about this. But I very much enjoyed it. I really got to thank Campfire for putting together this playlist for me and assembling these cutscenes. And we played dungeons with you guys to level up my character a little while ago. That was very fun. A couple streams ago. We should pull up the announcement for War Within when they talked about all 3. Yes, that was, I remember that. Yeah, it was Chris Metzen, right, on stage. Night Fury, like talking about all the different stuff and everything. Cinematic like that until Gamescom in August. Yeah, that's the one I think, gosh, was August 20th. August 20th is what chat was saying earlier. So we will be covering that. I get a little busy in August, but I should be able to do that. No problem. Yeah, that's going to be super fun. But yeah, I very much like this. I thought he was an awesome character. The sort of advantage of a world like World of Warcraft is you have all these different cultures and all these different characters. In a world like that, you can very easily not take advantage of them and kind of just gloss over them and make it only they're just there for whatever options for the players. But in this case, we've seen them showcase a lot of awesome different cultures and kind of the way they bring those to life and the way they interact with each other and sort of compete in this world of Warcraft. Sorry, I had to say. And they and they fight, and it's awesome. It still has that moniker, but like I said, I think it's still peak the sort of battle for Azeroth because of the words World of Warcraft just felt so awesome and so appropriate. I'm your guild's first High Warlord. Really, Jeff? Mid-August is where my busy season ends. So there you go. The car is gonna be ready, man. The car is gonna be ready. I love the power dynamic between Xal'atath and Gallywix. I agree. There's always a bigger fish. Yeah, and I think that was so cool, man. Like, this guy who has lied and deceived and literally murdered his way to the top and cheated his way to the top just encounters something that he cannot cheat against. Like this immovable force, Xal'atath. You're not going to like scam Xal'atath. She doesn't even use money. You know what I mean? So it's just not even the same universe that he operates in and he scams in. So I thought it was so cool that you just see this guy who always is in control and always bullying people just completely rob the visibility to bully people at all. Like he doesn't even have any power in the situation. So I thought that's super fun. And yeah, it was cool to see him kind of, you know, the instant gratification of seeing him mess with these guys and then blast that guy, but then instantly be like, yeah, you're the bullied one now. Also, I just noticed, look at the imagery right here. How fascinating. Wouldn't you say, chat? Got to get a raid night. Again, for a raid night? Yes. We got to have you. Yeah, I have to sometime. Maybe that'll be the next gameplay that we do in Warcraft. New cinematic for my birthday. There you go. There you go. Sarcasm. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so good. But no, I really like this. Man, as always, I'm just curious, like where the main story is going next. And they keep kind of meandering to different parts of the world, which I think is an advantage for the reasons I just listed. But I think, yes, with Metzen back, we're going to get a lot of main character stuff. I really just want to see the gang doing awesome stuff. And when I say awesome stuff, not just like action, I mean drama, like really, really good drama scenes together, having them interact. I say this with all these games with big casts. Put them in a room, man. Put them together. Let's get some character interaction. There's super interesting dynamics that we haven't explored still, and I want to see them do that in the next one. The next patch is already being tested, but no spoilers, everybody. Oh, I see you guys are in the beta test. That's fun. Yeah. But this was great. I really enjoyed this. Thank you all for being here. Campfire, thanks. I know they were a bit shorter today, so it's not like the old days where we had like 101 stream or whatever. But this was awesome. I'm glad to be back in the Warcraft zone here to catch up with it real quick. And I am so excited for that. August cinematic. That's going to be spectacular. And if it's anything like the War Within reveal, oh yeah, we're going to have a lot to talk about. Because I mean, we had a lot to talk about in this. So it's going to be glorious. Also, I really like the rim lighting here. Nice, short, sweet, nice break. Yeah, that was really nice. I really like this because it was just kind of like a, let's come back to something, you know, something cozy. Our familiar Warcraft world, you know, we'll chill, get to chat about the lore and the characters a little bit before we hop back to Death Stranding. So this was very nice. Tyrande. Yeah, man, like, where's Tyrande? Dude, we need Illidan back. Come on, man. The Philidari. Come on. Where's our goat? You should pick my next character to level. Kol Tiran Druid or Mecha Gnome Warrior. You know what? Kol Tiran Druid sounds awesome. Akaria. So that's where my heart lies on that. That's where I instantly lean towards. So you know what? I'm gonna go with my gut. Yeah. I'm going to go with my gut on that Akaria. I know you guys have a lot of alts. So that sounds very fun. All I say is next patch is crazy looking. Lots to talk about. Yes, I can't wait. Great stream. Thank you, Jasmine. Yeah, I had so much fun, man. And listen, the Warcraft streams are always so cozy and chill. And it's very different from all the other stuff we do. So I'm glad we still do these when they release new stuff to look at. Can't wait for Death Stranding. Seen it today, and it's another cinematic masterpiece. Yeah, I'll ask you one more question before I end, guys. I was really considering with Death Stranding, like, should I play it immediately upon launch, or is everybody going to be like, no, I don't want to see spoilers? So I think what I'll do is maybe tomorrow I will start Death Stranding 2 on stream, if it's allowed, which I think it is allowed. Maybe I'll do that. I think the embargo is lifted, yeah. So we will see. Because we could do it completely opposite. I played it the other day, which was like, you know, years after the original came out. So in this case, it's going to be kind of fun. It's being streamed. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Campfire. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun to be at the forefront now. So I might stream it tomorrow. Also, I have one more announcement that's very fun. Guess what I secured today, Philidari? Guess what I was able to secure? Something very cool. Play right away. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I mean, I could play like now, but actually, I guess it would be out tonight at like midnight, depending on the time zone that you guys are in. But yeah, I'll probably just do it tomorrow and do a longer one. Guess what I was able to secure? The Dark Heart. Exactly. No. Guess what I was able to secure? Something very fun that could lead to some pretty fun stuff, some streams in the future. Something pretty cool. Is anyone going to guess it? I'll be here. Oh man, I can't wait. Death Stranding. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to be at the forefront. Also, it's gonna be fun to be like, very few people have been like know the ending, because I mean, when I did it, it was one of the most insane chats I've ever had, because everybody was just like spoiling the ending over and over again, like near the end of the game. Same thing with Clear Obscure, which is crazy. It just came out, but it's a very interesting ending. Clear Obscure, where you have to make that choice. Yes, Switch 2, man. We got Switch 2. We secured a Switch 2, Aaliyah and I. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. We may be doing some, maybe doing a little Mario Kart stream. We'll see. We're thinking about it. A little Mario Kart world with me and Aaliyah. Maybe we'll do Mario Kart with chat. You never know. Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Yes. No. Or yeah, it's actually been hard to get. So I'm really excited. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, but anyways, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a lovely evening. This was super fun. I'm gonna play some games. I might actually do some Night Rain a little bit later tonight with some friends. Shout out to Campfire again for gifting that. Any more voice acting? Yes, there's more voice acting. Definitely if we do Mario Kart. And if you missed it, Jeff, we put all the voice acting on the couple's Instagram page. If you guys haven't followed that. And a lot of exclusive stuff, like I showed Aaliyah styling my hair. She did my hair on an Instagram reel. It was very fun. Some old content. Good night, all caps. Heck yeah. That was clearly a caps lock situation. Need Phil to voice act some Undermine goblins? Yes. That would be so fun, man. I was listening like I'd have way too much fun with this. Anyways, you guys are the best. Have a good night. Shout out to the Warcraft Philidari community. And if you're watching this on the recording or on the VOD, make sure to hop in the Philidari, you guys. If you're playing Warcraft, if you like this community, if you like the kind of vibe we have, very wholesome, very art focused, and only good vibes, hop in there. Join the Philidari. Message one of the mods. Good night, friends.